Hello and welcome back to Elden Ring, the Convergence. We're gonna play a little bit more on the Glint Sorcerer. We'll see if we can go beat, what's her name? The lady at the Halley Tree, Loretta, so we can get the remainder of the spells. I wanted to start like a new character, but I spent way too much time disassembling and reassembling my PlayStation 4 controller because I was trying to fix a joystick issue I'm having with it. When I put it back together, I had the exact same issue, but at least it still works, which I think is kind of amazing because I totally expected to not be able to make it work once I put it back together. So since I won't have as much time to stream today, I figured it was a solid idea to try to wrap up this character by getting the last Glintstone rune. We can see if we can get to the Shadow Glintstone rune and the Finger Runes of Deo as well. I'm not sure which Finger Rune that is. Does it tell us? We go to the DLC map. I don't have the DLC map yet because I have to go there once. We will worry about that later. For now, let's try to get ourselves to the Halley Tree. So I reckon the easiest way to do that is to just go to any minor urge tree, and we're going to use that to teleport ourselves in the correct direction. Like, I am very surprised I managed to, like, put this controller back together, especially since, accidentally some of the parts fell out, and I spent way too long figuring out where the friggin' speaker thing that's in a PlayStation 4 controller is supposed to go. We didn't even know it was the speaker thing, and I was like, what the heck is this? This doesn't look like anything that's supposed to be in there. But I put it back in, and even if I didn't, it doesn't really matter. I'm not going to use the speaker for anything. It never works anyway, so I don't really care too much about the speaker, but figured I might as well put everything back in its place and all that good stuff. So Northlands, right? We want to get to Consecrated Snowfields, or we can go to the Lift of Rold, and then from there we can essentially just take the elevator and run across. I'll try to do Consecrated Snowfields. The boss here is a little bit annoying. It's a albinoric riding on a wolf. And they can hit pretty hard sometimes. See, I'm a little bit, like, mentally worn out after doing that, like, disassembling on my controller. I've never been, like, good with, like, physically repairing things. I can do tech support on, like, software and, like, BIOS and drivers and all that stuff, but on like an actual like physical thing to go into the device and like fix an actual physical problem with the hardware, no. I've never been good at that. So I gotta find a way to get close range of you. I know that you can be knocked off the wolf. It would be nice if this move knocks you off. It does not. Or I don't know if you specifically, but like the normal version of this enemy can be knocked off the wolf. And also, I'm a bit like over-encumbered. Why am I so over-encumbered? We'll find that out eventually. I think my shield went off though, so I might just get one shot now. Energy shell. You move around too much. Way too much. Oh, finally got you in a corner. Oh, I didn't have the FP to use my move, which is really bad for me. No! I gotta figure out why I'm over-encumbered. What did I swap around since I've actually played last time that made me be over-encumbered all of a sudden? Because that really messed up my rolls. I'm not sure if being over-encumbered also affects your stamina regen. I don't think it does, but honestly, I'm never over-encumbered in these games, so... Or at least I don't play as over-encumbered. Oh, I have this equipped? I'll get that off. Why do I have that equipped? Is that testing something specific with that? I don't know. Maybe I was checking the infusion system in this. That's probably what I was doing. Okay, Northlands. The problem with this fight is getting all my buffs ready at the beginning of the fight before I get, like, run down by the wolf. Because they don't let me set up, which makes sense, but a bit unfortunate for me. I'll not do the armament because that takes too long. Try to get my rune stuff. I thought that got me? Well, that's one way to beat the boss. Okay, it's not how I expected to beat the boss, but I'll take it, I guess. She just ran off the edge. Okay, yeah, why not? So what are my stats at? 50 intelligence and 34 mind. Well, I would like to have 35 mind, so I have that sweet, sweet 200 FP. I mean, I'm running some boosts with the talismans and such, but... Get my mind to 35, and then we'll just pump up intelligence a bit. I'm still quite low level, all things considered. I'm level 57. But thanks to the inflated tankiness I have due to my FP shield, I can kind of get away with it. Like, once my FP shield goes down, I'll probably go down in one hit. So I'm hoping I don't have to do the unsealing in the Albinoric town, whatever it's called, to go to the Halleck tree. I'm hoping that's just open by default, because I'm just gonna run to... What's her name? Loretta? Imagine me remembering the name of something. Never happens. Okay, so I can see that the seals are active because there's some of these, like, fog doors in the way. That might not necessarily mean that the path to the Halleck tree itself is closed. They might have, like, intentionally opened that up. No, that looks closed. So unless I can bypass this somehow, which I think would be a bit tricky, guess we'll have to do the painful endeavor of going through the Shadow Realm. I'm okay with 3 of the lights I need. It's the one that's like up there that's the problem. Hey, welcome Linny, how's it going? You're doing good. Okay, I'm just gonna run this way. I'm gonna try to ignore all the enemies. Might have to blast a couple of shots towards the archers on the roof, but I'm gonna ignore the assassins, because I don't have the torch. Fighting them without the torch is a bit of a hassle. At least that is in my opinion. I mean, fighting any of these enemies is a hassle, to be honest. That's why I don't like this part. It's just super annoying. I didn't think they could make something more annoying than Anor Londo in Dark Souls 1, but somehow they managed to make the archers have smaller bows and still be worse to deal with. Because instead of knocking you off the roof, they just kill you. Oh, you're not there normally. Stop shooting at me! Oh, you are so resistant to magic. Okay, at least you're off the roof, but that doesn't necessarily save me from being sniped to death by these annoying archers that have been moved around. So this place has changed a little bit. Don't like this place, I'll be completely honest. It's a bit annoying. Because at least in Anor Londo, I can, like, run up and I can, like, whack the knights off the roof and then they die. But here, they don't die because there's solid floor below it. And you'd think that would make it better for you as well. It's like, oh, you can't fall to your death. It doesn't matter, they one-shot you. The only reason they're not one-shotting me is because this, like, anti-damage shield I have is pretty solid. Like, even when I'm here on, like, a late-game character in normal Elden Ring, and I'm sitting on, like, 50-60 vigor, they still kill me in, like, 1 or 2 flurries. So they shoot, like, 3 arrows at a time. If 1 or 2 of those hit me, usually, I just instantly die. Are you spitting stuff at me? And that guy's a Golden Order fundamentalist. I would love it if I could just parkour this. I think I can. But that would be if Torrent is like being cooperative, which Torrent never is, of course. I remember to put my buffs on before I go in there. They're so resistant to magic that I don't even think it's worth it for me to try to kill them. The problem is finding a way to get past them. I know I can jump onto this roof unless they move the building by like an inch. Ugh. Not that I know what an inch is. This is usually the most annoying roof. To get rid of you. Hopefully the one down there doesn't see me. My barrier go down, by the way? I think it did. Oh, it's back on. Okay, I would like to climb the ladder, please. Thank you. And that's the worst one out of the way. Assuming the other ones haven't been made worse somehow. Surprised I'm not being shot at yet. There it is. Can I even get to the right side of this thing? Doesn't seem like it. You still shooting at me? Because if you're still shooting at me, you're awful. I'm so ready for the assassin to just like hit me through the wall here. Because I know there's one near the center there, and there's one down there. And then there's also one on the back side of the place. I think there's 3 in total, but there might be more. Okay, don't snipe me off. They haven't started shooting at me yet. They look like they have like crystal bows from RuneScape. That's what I associate them with. Alright, is that one done? Now we just need to get the one on the plaza, which we can just go and grab. The assassin shouldn't be able to stop us that easily, but maybe. Might get a grab attack on us, we'll see. Whoop. It'll be funny if they grab me and then I got teleported out while he's grabbing me. Nope. No humor allowed. Squeaky chair. So everything I own is falling apart, which is just like par for the course is I'm trying to get money for a new computer, and then everything else is going to stop working, and I'm going to have to spend money on replacing things. Because recently my headset also fell apart. That was yesterday. Yesterday my headset fell apart. Today my controller's falling apart. My chair is already falling apart. As you can see that I'm like stutter stepping when I walk forward. Sometimes that gets really bad. I can fix it temporarily by gently blowing into the joystick. That tends to fix it for a bit. But today it's been like really bad, because usually that fixes it for the rest of the day. Blue silver sets. But today it's been coming back like all the friggin' time. Increases intelligence by 4. Reduces the FP cost of sorcerers by 4%. And increases all lightning damage. Okay, it's for the underworld mage that does lightning, ice lightning. To the Hallig tree. Sure, the Hallig tree won't be horrible, annoying, and difficult to deal with, right? If the makers of this mod can somehow find like some next level way to make it so you keep your buffs once you after teleporting, that would be amazing. But I think that probably might be a technical limitation. So if they were to find a way to do that, they'd probably have to find like a really clever workaround. But I don't know for certain. It seems like the state of your character more or less completely resets when you teleport from one place to another. And messing with that as a baseline functionality might cause more problems than good things to happen. The classic. I'd be surprised if this hadn't happened before, but this exact scenario has happened before, where the little ant doesn't even hit me, they just push me off the side with their entire body. I don't think I have, no, I don't have Tweak It here. See, if I drop any runes there, I might lose them if I fall down again. So far, most of the spells I've gotten, apart from the buffs, have been like pretty basic, like equal to the vanilla game. Apart from like any potential like changes in the actual scaling. I'm hoping the rune we get from Loretta is going to give us more fancy things. It's probably going to give us Loretta's Mastery. If I were to guess. But I would like some fancier magic, because some of the endgame magic for like Frenzy Flame and... Whoop. And what's the other one I've played a bit of? Blood Initiates. They had like really fancy endgame spells that are like completely bonkers and ridiculous. And I can see why they want, like, maybe the Glintstone Sorcerer to be a bit more grounded and a bit more, like, vanilla spellcaster. Please help me kill Draconic Sentinels. Unless you're playing Convergence, I'm playing a modded version right now. I'm not playing the normal Elden Ring. I'm in a modded version. If you're also playing the modded version and it's possible to... I don't even think it's possible to summon because it's automatically offline. I think I'm gonna have to mod it to be online as well. I don't think I can help you. Oh, there's my controller bugging out again. Makes it hard to run forward. I'm just gonna run zigzag then. Try to fix it once I get to the site of grace. Oi, leave me alone. I just want to use the site of grace. Right, get over here. So you're not blocking the site, and then I'll sit down. And I will try to fix the controller once more. So this is just gonna be what we're doing today. Seems to work. At least from looking at the map. Wait, I already have this on. Because if it stops working properly when I'm doing these jumps, I'm just gonna fall to my death. It would be funny, but also a bit annoying. Now, hopefully Loretta isn't, like, insanely magic resistant. She's probably 50%, but... Get the shortcuts. Hope this guy doesn't absolutely demolish me. Spent 5 years buffing myself. Are you really gonna bother me all the way up until the very front gate of this guy? love this weapon art. Using it to actually close the gap and dodge at the same time is very cool. Ooh, there goes my entire FP bar. Now let me get my shield back up. Hang it. No, I was trying to one-hand my whip. I hate that mechanic. If I mid-roll, the game doesn't read me holding triangle to swap to one-handed, so it thinks I'm trying to attack instead. It's really annoying. I'm trying to, like... That's me swapping... I'm doing this, right? This is what I'm pressing. If I mid-roll, I'm doing the same press and press. It attacks. It doesn't handle reading multiple inputs mid-roll. Which is a weird, annoying technical limitation. I guess it's because it allows queuing the action of attacking. But you can't queue the action of swapping your weapons, so attacking takes priority. Which is not at all what I want. So if I want to swap to one-handed, I have to wait until the roll ends and then start doing the button presses. Swap to one-handed. No, oh, I wasted a healing flask. Who needs them, I guess. Most of my health comes from the FP flask. I should probably swap to more FP flasks, to be honest. As long as I can reapply my shield when it breaks, FP flasks are more important. Oh, there goes my entire bar. You stay away a bit. I probably shouldn't attack off of their jumping attack, because they always stab me afterwards. Oh, that's also 2 hits that I have to avoid? Okay. So I gotta dodge 2 and then I hit once. Dodge 2 and then I hit once. I think I can do this though. That allows me to avoid the hits. Oh, I did not teleport all the way? That's awkward. I don't have stamina. I wanted to do the weapon art there to dodge and attack, but I didn't have enough stamina to do so. And I'm not even in phase 2. kills me, yep. I want to do that weapon art when they're staggered, not after they're staggered. And especially not when they're going into phase 2. Well, I would really like it if I just spawned outside the boss arena, because I don't like this run back. But I need to be more aggressive in the beginning, because the more time passes, the more of my buffs are going to run out. I don't think I'm going to have time to reapply all of the buffs. Most of my buffs last 2 minutes, but the weapon buff lasts 90 seconds, I think it is. And my flask lasts 3 minutes. Because the more aggressive I am, the more mana I get back, and the more mana I get back, the more hits I can take. I could try using Thops' barrier. Oh no, my controller's bugging out crazy. Ugh. I don't want to waste my buff timings. I have no idea what causes the joystick to bug out the way it does, because I would expect it to be like dust in the joystick, because blowing into it fixes it, but when I opened it, there wasn't really any dust around it that I could see. Ah, that doesn't remove them. I was hoping that would remove them. I think they have to be in flight for them to get removed. I swear my barrier goes away so easily. Right. You do so many swings all the time. There's even a swing after your buff. Really? I couldn't cast that? It looked like I could. Never allowed to swing. Swing and get punished. Come on, give me my FP. I don't have as much regen anymore. My buffs are running out. I think I'm gonna start to rely more on the cerulean flasks now. My FP kind of sucks. Oh, yep. Honestly, the multi-hit spells are good ways to deal with my barrier, because one of them can knock off the barrier, and then I can get a hit afterwards. Do I even have my... I do have my barrier on. Okay, I couldn't tell for a second there. Now I don't, and now I'm almost dead. Do that again, I dare you. No, I messed that up. Ah, and I didn't roll because I was friggin' finger parkouring to get to my flasks and spells correctly and getting back to one-handed, now two-handed, whatever I was doing. My fingers were parkouring all over the controller to do other things than roll. And by the time I got to the roll button, it was too late. Get out of here. I like the tactic of just like waiting for the barrier to regen naturally so I don't have to waste potions on it. Because no matter how weak my barrier is, it can always tank one hits. Alright, don't bug my controller again. The ideal thing is if I never get hit twice in a row, so I always get to keep a barrier up, because they need 2 hits to dispel my barrier with most attacks. Maybe I should do like weave in and out. Because when they think I'm at a distance, they use ranged attacks, and then I weave back in. Oh, I didn't roll. Ah! There goes the barrier. And you're not about to let it come back up? Ah. Still have my barrier though. Oh, you hit me twice. That's very unfortunate for me. We're gonna go phase 2 yet? There it is. really risky time to go in though. My barrier is gone. And most of my buffs are gone. I'm not gonna take the risk of challenging those glint blades. Won this phase 2. Okay, I'll do it now. That challenge I'll take. When I can dodge both of those at the same time. Really, I should not be taking that challenge, yep, because this could happen. Yes, I can take that. No, not taking that challenge. That I'll take. Don't get to hit you though. I should have blink striked. It's much more consistent than normal dodges. Who else has scary swing? I'll take that bet. Radiant Glintstone Rune and Loretta's War Sickle. Now that's also supposed to be a weapon for this class, I believe. 20 strength, 15 dex, pure magic damage, and the weapon art is probably like Loretta Slash, yep. It is a cool weapon art though. This is a halberd. As for the spells... Alright, we got Comet, Loretta Mastery, Comet Azure, Renala's Full Moon, and Anima Magica. Okay, so most of these are like just normal spells, unless they've changed them somehow. Let's see if we can get some levels. Yippee! Let's see, get some more intelligence. I probably need it for some of these spells. Memorize spell. So I'm curious about the one they called Anima Magica. A sorcery fit for only masters of the craft, a carefully guarded secret of the Academy. Legendary enchantment. This effect never expires. Recast the spell to toggle the effect. Infuse your body with power, causing each glint sorcery you cast to increase the damage of glint sorceries by 1%. This effect stacks up to 9 times. Isn't that just 9% damage? I mean, that's still neat, but unless it's like multiplicatively 1%, in which case it's a bit better, but when you cast your 10th glint sorcery, all previous stacks are cancelled and you gain a buff for 30 seconds. That buff increases damage of all glint sorceries by 15% and reduces the FP cost of sorceries by 20 and grants 20 FP regeneration per second, and you gain additional poise. While this effect is active, you cannot gain stacks. Okay, so the goal is to cast 10 glint sorceries and then get insane power, basically. Alright, we'll put that on there. Does this full moon still debuff magic resistance? The moon fully dispels all sorceries attached to them, temporarily reduces the magic resistance negation for those it strikes. You still don't know what poise is? Poise is essentially... You can think of it as a health bar. And when it goes to 0, you stagger, basically. So different weapons do different poise damage. And when that drains your poise's health bar to 0, you get staggered. And whenever you get staggered, your poise health bar fills all the way back up again. I don't know if that makes sense. I thought it was a decent explanation. So you can think of it like, if I just pull up good old MS Paint. Good old MS Paint. Still shocked you can stagger rats. Alright, so... if we say you have... it's going to be your poise bar. Let's say you have 50 poise. This is not going to be actual values. Let's say you have 50 poise. And you're getting hit by something that does 10 poise damage. Like, say someone's whacking you with like a dagger or something. Something that's not too strong. And they whack you. It's going to take off 10. And if they don't whack you for a while, it's going to slowly go back up. But if they keep whacking you, it's going to do another 10. Another 10. Now we got 30. Another 10. These are not equally large. Now we got 40. And then when they get the last 10, and they've done 50 total, your character does like the little, like, you got pushed animation, you know? And you get, like, briefly staggered. It's not the full-on, like, guard break. It's not the one that lets you walk up to people and stab them in the stomach. It's just like the little, like, I got pushed, nudged a little bit. And as soon as this happens, as soon as you get out of your stagger, this goes all the way back up, and you're back to 50 points. And then they have to hit you 5 times over again. Make it happen again. That is generally how it works. The thing is, you don't get to experience the benefit of this much in PvE, because most PvE enemies, they do either 50 poise damage, or 100 poise damage, or 200 poise damage, I think is like the upper. I'm not sure about this last one, but I'm pretty sure like most attacks, they do either 50 or 100. So unless you're at 51 poise... if you get hit by one of these 50s, if you're below 51 poise, it will always stagger you. If you're at 51 poise to 100 poise, it will take 2 hits to stagger you. If you hit 101 poise, it's going to take 3 hits to stagger you. Whereas for these like bigger attacks that do 100 poise damage, you're going to need 101 poise before they need 2 hits to stagger you. Otherwise, they're always going to stagger you. And... good luck hitting 201 poise to take 3 hits from these guys. That's probably not going to happen. Now in PvP, if you fight other players or you're fighting NPCs that essentially function like players, their stagger damage is much smaller, their poise damage. Because every player's weapon has a type of poise damage that we don't see. You can probably find it on like wikis and stuff. And it's much smaller than 50. Depends on the weapon. Lighter weapons have less poise damage. Heavier weapons have more poise damage. So generally, in PvP, you want certain amounts of poise to make sure you don't get staggered easily by certain weapons. In PvE, I would say either go for 51, 101, or just ignore it entirely. Still shocked you can stagger rats. Yeah, the like... guard break I did on the big rat yesterday is probably something you wouldn't experience in the game unless you do very little damage, because no matter how little damage your weapon does, it still does the same poise damage. So if I use like a friggin' Watchdog Greatsword, it doesn't matter if I have, you know, like buffed this weapon up to +10 or not upgraded at all, or I have shit stats or I have great stats, it's always going to do the same stagger value. So, if you're fighting an enemy with a lot of health, or you do very little damage, you're more likely to see yourself guard break enemies. But if they don't have a lot of health, or you do a ton of damage, you'll probably kill them before you get to see the guard break. Now in this mod, that rat just happened to have a lot of HP, so we got to see the guard break. There's a lot, like, I think almost every enemy that isn't like a small animal has a guard break state. Almost. They've done a good job of adding those states to a lot of enemy types. It used to be very few enemies had that. They started adding that like in Dark Souls 3, I think. It didn't exist before then. Before then, you basically just had parry crits. And then they added stagger, like guard breaks in... Actually, no, there's guard break in Souls 1 and 2 that has always existed. The only guard break that's pretty much always been in the game is when you're using a shield. Because when you're using a shield and you get hits, some of that damage goes to your stamina bar, essentially. And if your stamina bar goes to 0 when you're blocking, you get guard broken. That's why I call it a guard break. Even though now you can guard break enemies that aren't even guarding. It's more of a stance break, I suppose you should call it now, but the end result is pretty much the same. So what do I do now that I've beaten Renala and gotten the rest of the spells? I suppose I should be casting my legendary Anima Magica. Makes me look cool. And I guess I should go into the DLC and try to get the Shadow Rune. That gives us some DLC spells. But yeah, poise has always been like a bit of a mystery in these games. So don't feel bad if that confuses you. To make matters worse, they tend to change how it works quite drastically between every single one of these games. Because poise in Dark Souls 1 was very noticeable. Like, you could tell that it was like doing something for you. But in these later games, they've made it more complicated, and they've never explained clearly how it works. To the point where I think in Dark Souls 3, for the longest time, people were just like, poise doesn't exist. It's not a real stat. It's on the menu, but it's not real. It doesn't exist. It does exist, but it's so unnoticeable that it makes it feel like it doesn't exist. People are like, nah, it's not a real stat anymore. And it almost isn't. It's mostly a PvP stat. I would like them to change it back a bit. I would like them to make it more valid in PvE again. Even though I tend to not play characters with high poise, I think it's cool to have that option. Like when you're like walking around in big heavy armor and you have like a high endurance build, it's cool when you can tank a few hits without staggering. Let's see, I wanted to swap more spells because I wanted to get the moon. But if I'm gonna be spamming spells in order to hit 10 spells, I need a quick spell. So like, how quick is the comet? It's not like super quick, right? Is there a duration on my 10 spells? Did it say that on the thing? Like, do I have to be quick about hitting these 10 spells, or can I take my time? No, it seems like the 9 first stacks, they stay. I can take my time with those. I just need to be ready for when the 10th stacks drops. That makes my spells cheaper, stronger, and I get insane FP regen and poise. Like, I probably should be using this. That's probably the point. You're supposed to use this when you have this active. So I would have to make room for Comet Azure. In which case I would have to ditch one of these. I would just ditch Scholar's Armament, honestly. And then we put Comet Azure here, and we put the moon here. So I don't think I can get more spell slots without using a talisman. I think I have all the memory shards. No, I only have 5. I can get a lot more. What am I talking about? Okay, how do we get another memory shard? We can go here. We have been here. We can go down here. Apparently I haven't even been here. Well, let's go here, though. And we can have Scholar's Armament, and we can have more spells. Yeah, it seems like Glint Sorcerer in this mod is still very, like, vanilla in terms of how you fight. But you have a lot of buffs. Because from what I've seen from, like, Frenzy Flame and Blood Flame incantations, you certainly have, like, spells that, like, explode the entire room. It's insane. But I guess not every class needs to be, like, huge AoE room clearers. Because those huge AoEs don't benefit you that much in boss fights anyways. I would like to see some more wacky sorceries, though. And they're probably going to keep adding more spells to each of these, hopefully. So can I see my stacks somewhere if I... Hold on, I eat all my buffs. And I'm a Magicka. Don't whack me. I'll slap you if you do. If I hit you with this, do I see my stacks somewhere? Yeah, I have one. I can see that I have one. Hitting you doesn't count, right? No. So if I really want to stack it fast, probably the ideal way to do it is to use Swift Glintstone. Like, if your goal is to stack as fast as possible, you probably use this one, right? Wait, is it when I cast it, not when I hit it? It's when I cast it, not when I hit it. So I can preemptively stack it. That's kind of busted. It kind of feels like it should be when I hit it. I wonder if Commodore Zero works any differently at all. And do I keep my stats if I rest at a Site of Grace? Because what I think I should do is I should get to 9 stacks and I should use the moon to get my 10th stack and then swap to... In which case, if that's my plan, if that's how I intend on doing it, I should swap the orders of the spells to make this easier. Put the moon there, put the comet there. Let's swap it to nighttime and see if the night cavalry is still a thing here. Also, I can actually level up. Surprisingly enough. I'm surprised I can cast all my spells at level 60 intelligence, because I think I have 60... No, maybe I have 66 or 67 now. Yeah, I have 67 now because of my armor and my talismans. I can probably swap away from this talisman now. Okay, so... We're just gonna... Yeah, I'm gonna buff myself first. Six, 7, 8, 9. That's kind of fun. It wasn't enough region, though, to actually keep me blasting. And I stay at 10 stacks for 30 seconds, and it goes back to 0. But if I want to be a cheeky break, because I can't stack it rapidly by casting this, right? That doesn't work. This counts as 1 no matter what. No, I can stack it by doing this. Oh, I love that then. Oh, that's really fun. Okay, I can stack it really rapidly by casting that. In which case, well, maybe what I should do is I should take the, the tier that halves my FP costs, and then just shoot that as soon as the fight begins. Okay, let's see. Turtles. There should be a turtle behind here. Should be a turtle over here. And then there should be a turtle over here. The combat assert costs 40 something FP, and I only regen 20 per second thanks to the effect. Let's see, it costs 44. Assuming that's the cost per second. So I have another 1 per second thanks to that. Like, the ideal thing would be if I could somehow get enough FP regen to make combat assert just be permanent. That would be hilarious. Just infinite FP. I mean, that's what the FP... Oh! Vidit Gupta, thank you for the subscription. In the base game, if you use the hidden cerulean tier, you get infinite FP for a few seconds. But in this one, you get half FP. You don't get infinites. Okay, I kind of want to teleport to some Erd trees just to test this comet thing and blast someone. How much intelligence do I need for my best spell? Is it more than 66? It's 63. Okay, then I can safely stop away from this. So I want to get the talisman. There's a talisman in this that reduces FP costs by 10%. I kind of want that. Do I have... So I can craft it. I can craft bonus magic damage. It's not heirloom. I don't think it's combat. It's not combat. Nah, I cannot craft it. This one is kind of nice though. Restore HP, FP, and stamina upon defeating foes. Pretty nice for going around the world and just blasting enemies. Health regen, defense when at maximum. I just realized that's actually wild because I use FP as my health bar. I'm technically at max health. I didn't even think of that. I could actually be using ritual shield and sword talismans. How much does it increase it by though? Doesn't say. Is that a combat talisman, the other one? Ritual sword? It is. Give me that. Where is it I need to go to get to the finger ruins? Because it... Which finger ruins is it? It is Finger Ruins of Deo. Okay, let me whip out Google real quick so I can check which one is Deo. Finger Ruins of Deo. Deo is... It's the one at the top of the map. Okay, that's a little bit frustrating. Because I think I need to beat a certain boss to go there. Unless there's an Erd tree nearby. Realm of Shadow. Did it say Shaman Village? This says Shaman Village. That should be near that one. Question is, what's the boss? Because if the boss smacks me, it doesn't matter. I have to beat the boss to go anywhere. And I don't know if the rune is just in the ruins, or if I need to like start the Finger Ruins quest. From the guy with the funny Looney Tunes hats. Who are you? Actually, before you answer that question, let me put 16 buffs on myself. No, let me keep buffing myself. Wait, can I not cast anima magic? I thought I had enough for it. Guess I don't. Guess I'm bad at math. That's fine. I can be bad at math. Can I change the direction of this, or is this static? That's not where I want to be. That was pretty anime. Blessing of America. Can I get a warding talisman by running up to the back here? Also, isn't there also like usually something in one of these? What was that noise? I heard what sounded like the sound of like a bird flapping in my ear, and I'm not sure if it was in-game or in real life, which is concerning. Is this a warding remnant? Shadow Rune of Order. Oh! That's where you get that. The funny thing is, if I'm gonna get like DLC spells here, I haven't used the DLC spells yet because I haven't played a spellcaster in the DLC yet. It's gonna be my first encounter with using the DLC spells. It's gonna be feel a little weird because I'm expecting to get like some of the, and since it's in the finger runes, I'm expecting to get the finger sorceries. What is that? Is that just some random guy on a horse? Another random guy on a horse. Can I cast Combatisser while I'm on a horse? Oh, yeah. The girly pop spell? That should be a rot sorcery if I do a Servant of Rot character in this. So if they've added this in the mod, that would definitely be like, oh, you're a boss? Uh-oh. Not only are you a boss, but you have the shield that blocks magic. That's the wrong way! Wait, I wasn't dead? I thought I was dead. I thought for sure I was dead. I didn't even try fighting because I thought I was dead. Yeah, the girly pop spell would definitely be Servant of Rot if it exists in this mod pack. But I do want to make a character in the base game that also uses the girly pop spell. In which case I need to make a Faith Arcane character because I want to use both the weapon and the spell. The question is, which armor set in the game is the most girly pop armor sets? Or should I just like try to find like a tutorial to make like a really nice looking character and then give them pink hair or something? Because I could do that too. They're trying to block my buffs. That's cute. Black Knight Assassin girly pop? We can do Black Knight Assassin girly pop. And I can use the summon as well. Also have like the Black Knife summon. that hurt. That was just mean. Really? Apparently I don't know the dodge timings when I play at a distance. Okay, we got 9 stacks. Now just like do something stupid so I can blast you. No! Come on! That's not gonna work. There goes all my FP. I don't have the shield up. If I want to be smart, I put the shield up. If I want to be smart, I put the shield up when they're not attacking me. Oh, there goes my buff. Can you stop? What? My shield isn't up. Didn't I just put it up? Was it already up and I put it down? Oh no. Mistakes were made. I'm not sure how I feel about like playing a sorcerer, basically just navigating a menu really fast. It's like trying to get the right spell. I mean, bully. Do I have the barrier right now? I don't think I do. I did not. And you still avoided my full moon. Come on, have this work. No! I didn't doubt for a second. That's not true at all. That was a victory scream, don't worry about it. Oh boy. Oh, my controller's bugging out again. I got like no runes from that. Did I get any runes at all? Don't tell me I have to kill both of the horses running around if that other one is also one of those guys. If he respawns, I'd flip my table if I could. I don't see him. Or am I gonna get absolutely demolished by these like weird finger creatures? Oh, they're sleeping. Shh. I don't know why they're sleeping, but it works out in my favor. Sometimes you just let sleeping finger parasites lie, you know? I still find this like migrating school of hands kind of cute in its own weird way. That's not to disturb them. I'm just gonna guess the rune is in like the center. Assuming I don't need to like, oh, am I gonna have to like have the item to activate the bell in the center? I hope not. That would ruin everything. Watch out for the parasite. Oh no, I've been spotted. He's gonna try to root me. And if he does, his family's gonna come eat me. It's just gonna be a bad time. That's so good at tracking me! What the heck? Don't eat me, don't eat me, don't eat me, don't eat me, don't eat me. I'm gonna get rid of this guy. There's another one shooting at me. That's mean. Alright, you don't have to poison me. Oh, that poison is strong. I wonder if you can get that spell they have. I don't think that's in the base game. You might be able to get a weapon art that does the one that the hands have in the base game, but this one is so much better. So I'm gonna follow me. Oh, so annoying. Try to snipe me, don't try to snipe me. Try to snipe me. It's so mean. So not only do they try to snipe you, but they're really good at it. Case in point! Get away from me with your gross teeth. That was the wrong spell. Nope. Alright, so when you say I get the rune from here, do you mean I literally get the rune from this, or do you mean something else? It doesn't specify, does it? Shadow Glintstone rune. Okay, let me see if I can Google it. Shadow Glintstone rune. Elden Ring. The Convergence. No. What if I go to the mod page? There's like documentation, and we figure out which update that gave us the Shadow Rune. Because it says in patches, summary. No, there should be like a. This is the feature list. Where's the patch notes collection? Okay, patch notes. 2.0 patch notes. Shadow. No? Really? Rune. Spells. Shimmering Rune of Dragonkin. Glowing Rune of Blood Flame. It definitely has the word rune in here. Why can't I Google it? What did I say Google it? I meant Control F it. Shimmering Rune of Rot, Shadow Rune of Ancestors, Beasts, Glowing Rune, Shadow Rune of Order, Shadow Rune of Paint Rune of Lightning, Shimmering Rune of Lightning, Radiant Rune of Lightning, Rot, Fell Flame. No, I know there's a Shadow Rune of, there we go, Shadow Rune of Glintstone. Yeah, but where? It doesn't say where. It's only mentioned one place, Shadow Rune of Glintstone. Alright, I found a YouTube video that tells us all the locations if it's up to date. This is 1 year ago. I don't think that's up to date because the DLC wasn't out yet. No, I guess we'll just have to figure it out ourselves. Just to figure it out ourselves. It's not here, that's for certain. I mean, it could be if I have that item, but... I really don't want to fight all of these guys. They're so annoying. Especially the ones that bind me. I think there was only one left that binds me, though. Could be... off to the side here? Or off to the side here? Would be my guesses. It's that or you need the item. Where's the sniper? Is it him? It is him. Still, it hit me. I tried to like parkour off the horse. You're not gonna hit me again. You're not gonna hit me again. No! You're gonna hit me again. Do not spit your goop at me. There's no way that hits. I mean, it's not fair that I need to get the friggin' quest item if the Shadow Rune of Order is just like in a tree. I'm not having it. It's unfair. And this is the correct finger runes, right? The finger runes of Deo. Yep, that's what it said. Finger runes of Deo. Whatever that means. I don't know who Deo is. Apparently they have finger runes, which I guess is good for them. Are you a sniper? Oh, you're not a sniper. You wouldn't snipe me. It's a bit of a drop. We're fine. Not even close. Not even close. None of you guys are snipers, right? Okay, there's more of these guys down here. This should be where it is, right? Up by the funny gummy worms. Put the item up by the gummy worms. I love the gummy worms. I need spirit ashes that summon the gummy worms, but I also need spirit ashes that summons 5 basilisks. It's so green here, and not in a good way. I can't see anything. This is like when you drive in like fog with like the strong headlights on the car on, and it doesn't help you see anything. It just lets you see the fog better, which doesn't really help. And probably completely blinds anyone who's like either in front of you or behind you. If I can get to the funny guy with the funny hats and get the horn, I go to this finger rune first. I don't see why I shouldn't be able to. There's no rule that says I have to go to the one he tells me to go to, right? It's like he gives me a map, but the map doesn't do anything, really. The question is, how would I get to him? Because I don't think I'm gonna be able to run past through the door back here. Wait, yeah, there should be a door back here, and that would take me to the Shadow Keep, which isn't that useful because I don't want to be at the Shadow Keep. Maybe there's a minor Erd tree in there, that plateau. Maybe I can go to Bonnie Village. That would get me there pretty fast. I'll try as soon as I've looked over this area. I wonder if the fog and mist is supposed to be coming from the Shadow Tree? I mean, Skidoo Tree? Like, did I check properly back here? Because I feel like there could be an item back here. In, like, the cave or something. This little, like, crevice here now. The worst part is if I get the bell, come back here, all those snipers will be back and I'm gonna have to sneak past them again. Or fight them. Both are annoying to do. There's all the sleepy ones. It'd be nice if they were all sleeping, but apparently they're not. Yeah, I'm gonna teleport. This is too much of a walk. I don't think the rune is here, but maybe it is, and I just don't know where. I like how I brought myself a bottle of soda because I was stressed after dealing with my controller. I was like, I probably need some soda. I haven't opened it. I can't be bothered to. It's not cold, so it's not good. It needs to be cold. Oh, Shadow. Let's see. We got Shaman Village, Cerulean Bluffs, Graveside Woodland, Minor Erdtree Cave, Rouse Steps, Dragon Resting Grounds, and Abyssal Overlook. None of those is kind of what we want. Is it fastest to go Minor Erdtree Cave? How does that work again? Because then we jump down by... Like, that's going to take us pretty close to Shadowview, and we can climb through the sinkhole. The question is what the boss is going to be here. Normally there's perfumers in this cave. What are you? Do I even want to know? You're a Fire Knight Crusader and you snipe me from a distance. Awesome, I love that for me. I love being sniped from a distance. One of my favorite things in the world. How did he know? Might be dead. I am definitely dead. Why would you put this guy in a cave with flowers and trees? Of all the places to put some random stupid person with fire, he's like, okay, I'm gonna burn everything. Oh, I'm so cool. Ooh, I like the color red. Alright, so note to self, take cover before we start buffing ourselves, because that guy is not about to just wait for us to buff. And they have a long-ranged nuke. What is your problem? You're so annoying. Nobody likes you. Is it working? It's not working. What is your... Oh my god. I spent so long... Like, I spent so much time buffing myself that by the time I get to start the fight, I'm like back in the corner. Like, just leave me alone. I just want to go on a happy, merry adventure, and this guy is like, nah. Nah, we gotta have a boring little fight where we throw red and blue orbs at each other. Third time's the charm, isn't that what they say? Okay, they seem to be a little bit stupid. Problem is, I need to get past them at some point. Are you not done? When are you done with that? I still think I have the barrier on. Oh, chill. I'm stuck in a tree, I'm stuck in a tree, I'm stuck in a tree, I'm stuck in a tree. This cave is so small! Why would you put a boss fight here? I can't even lock onto him. Can I not have like a 5-year wait time on my potions? My god. I love having a boss that can dash longer than the boss arena. I get that there is a tree here by default in the DLC, so it makes sense to make it a tree teleport, but man, is that a awful place to have a boss fight. It's just not a great place to have a boss fight. Under a tree cave. Maybe I can stagger them. Maybe I can stagger them with my weapon art. The main issue is like me spending like 6 years buffing myself. Like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 years. Exactly 6 years. Alright, I'm going to melee this time. How do you like that? I can do that as much as I want. Doesn't feel so good to be in a tiny cave now, does it? Who's the bully now, huh? You get all you fucking deserve! Pew pew! Shadow smithing stone. Love these guys. They're great. I forgot to check what the emote was that I wanted to try using. If it's not like a sub-emote. Mesmer soldiers. Oi! Leave me alone. Alright, what's the item I get here? In this? Not here. Around the corner. Around the outside. Around the outside. Combat remnant, okay. And then we just gotta find the sinkhole to our dreams. Is it here? I heard dogs. I'm being chased by dogs. I hate it here. There's more dogs! Why is there more dogs? I did not mean to jump down. Good thing they haven't noticed me yet. Yoink. Large shadow smithing stone, okay. I haven't even got my weapons to +10, have I? Nope. Yoink. Shadow sunflower. Wouldn't that just be a shadow flower? Like, what is a shadow sun? And this is a long ladder. No, I'm not fighting you. Not worth my time. I don't like the wind noise that bridge made. That made it really feel like it's gonna fall down. And I already felt like it was gonna fall down in the base game. But now that it's modded, I trust it even less. I think normally Mikella's Ruin would have broken by now, so I wonder if they changed that event. That would be nice. That event doesn't happen until later. So I kind of feel like that event happens a little bit too soon in the DLC. Oh god, that scared the ever-loving shit out of me. Oh. Didn't realize I was playing a friggin' horror game. Sheesh. That actually hurt. It was way too loud. Oh god, I'm being chased by fire. Like how in Dark Souls, there's basically like an undead curse causing trouble, and the solution is to just set everything on fire. And now we're like, well, Elden Ring, you know, it's a new universe, it's a new story. We don't have to do the same old cliche. Okay, there's a tree, and the solution is to set everything on fire. Okay, I'm oversimplifying it for the sake of the joke, but let me have this one. I think Miyazaki just likes setting things on fire, to be honest. Hello.
Well, I am
Yep. Obligatory.
Here on this day.
There we go.
Allow me to mark the occasion.
Thank you.
It is said that one's fate. I only wish to help the anonymous you are of. I've given you a wise. I look for power.
Do you sell anything? We sell this. I want this.
Oh yes, do mind you.
All right. Let's see if I can just go here. I do want to try Miriam's vanishing, though. I don't know how that works. So for the sake of testing... Oh, I have even space for it. Miriam's vanishing. Yeah, it's like a little teleport. Kinda neat. I like it. If I stand still, does it go backwards? No, it stays in the same place. Can't use that on a horse, can I? No. That would be weird. It would be funny. There's like the kind of funny way to do that, and then it's the really funny way to do that. So the kind of funny ways you use it and you and the horse teleport, you know, a little bit, and it's kind of silly to just teleport a horse around. Now the really funny way to do it, it would be you use it and it teleports just you into the air a little bit in front of you, and you're like, where's my horse? And then you fall to the ground. That'd be the best way to do it. I can't see anything, but I bet they can see me. Oh, there's the sniper. I'm about to jump off this cliff to get away from the sniper. And the second sniper. They're probably still gonna be able to snipe me somehow. They're really good at that. What if I do this? There's no idea where I went. Completely lost track of me. I'm so stealthy! Go away, go away. Nobody likes you. Please let me be able to do this. Okay, that was a prompt. Give me the rune. If you just give me like a fragment, I'm gonna be upset. Like a warding fragment or something. Ugh. Shadow? Yeah, shadow. That's the right one. Yep. What do we get? Amazed me. Glintstone nail, glintstone nails. That's it. Those two? Only those two? Where's the rest of it? Oh, well, let's go get some more memory slots, and we're gonna mess around with some glintstone nails, I guess. A little bit of nailage. Does that make any sense? It does now. Try this one first. Oh, you can't cast them in rapid succession? That's a bit of a letdown. Thought you could. In which case, why would I use the basic one over the advanced one? Isn't the advanced one just much better then? Can you charge it? Can. I assume you can for this as well. I'm assuming if I'm locked onto something, they all track the one target I'm locked onto, right? This is probably mostly a PvP spell, just to make it like more confusing to dodge. Nice thing about them is that if they pass a target, they can still turn around and hit them in the back. How many memory stones do I have? Like 6? Yeah, so there's still 2 more to get. For the most part, I feel like we have all the spells we need. So unless I want to get like weapon, Celestial Blade, Carrion Knight Sword, Glintstone Chris. Actually, maybe I should try to get the Glintstone Chris. Highway Lookout Tower in Liurnia. That should be like... I'm wondering if it's like, where is it? It's like here or something, right here. I think it's this one? Let's get that then. Because I'm just curious if there's like a special interaction if you use this together with the dagger. Because I think some weapons have like special unique combos in this, but I could be wrong. And even if that's the case, I'm not sure if it's these weapons. Because the dagger was mentioned in the description of the axe. It said that the dagger was given to Leyndell as a gift when they essentially had a truce or peace or whatever they had, something like that. And they made the axe and kept it in fear that if they gave that as well, things would go really bad if the truce broke, because they basically just gave them a bunch of dangerous weapons. So this weapon was like kept as a backup in case the war broke back out or something. Is that what this represents? All of these like ghosts fighting soldiers? Is that representing like a fight between Leyndell and Liurnia? Ow! That was mean. Why would you do that to anyone? I'm gonna nail him to the floor. That's a bow. That's not at all what I want. Is this called Highway Lookout? I mean, I feel like it should be. It feels like it's a lookout on the highway. Nail him. Oh, good stagger on it. Let's see. Ritual Blade once presented to Leyndell by the Academy of Rail Carrier to celebrate their newfound peace. This dagger increases the damage of Glint sorceries by 10%. Oh, so this is just basically something I would hold in my hand to buff my sorceries if I want to buff them even more. I'm still curious if there is like a... Okay, it doesn't seem to have anything when I hold them that way. But the other way around. Nah, seems to be the same. Looks cool though, because they're kind of matchy-matchy. Even if I'm not a big axe fan. Keep the dagger so I can use that to buff my spells. The Glintstone nails are a bit underwhelming though, but they're still like very much in the process of like sorting out the mod for the DLC. Oh yeah, I got rid of my comet. Oh no. I would love it if I could like rotate myself while casting that. This spell is way too slow. But once again, I think it's a PvP spell. One, it's like weird movements make it harder to dodge, and two, because it's slow, you could set it up with another spell to follow up, so that you'll essentially have to dodge two spells really close together. I definitely see it as a PvP spell and not as a PvE spell. But I don't know if like PvP is something they have in mind for this mod. So if they're gonna keep that spell in this mod, I feel like they should change it a bit to be more PvE-like. That goes for like a few of these spells in the Glintstone Sorcerer's repertoire, actually. Like, some of these feel like they make more sense for PvPers. Because Carrion Phalanx, okay, I love this spell because it's really cool. But it didn't seem strong enough as a standalone spell, which means it retains like its identity as like a way to bait out someone to roll in PvP. But I'm not sure if people PvP in this mod, so I think they have to change the carrying phalanx to be a bit more potent. I mean, maybe it's more potent now that I've gotten levels, and I'm just... If I had it equipped... Is there a site of grace around here? We'll just go somewhere there has enemies. What about, like, debate parlor? I mean, these enemies are resistant to magic, so they're probably not the best targets, but we can compare them to our other magic spells, and we'll get, like, a rough idea of how strong it is. Is it, like, really warm today? What's the temperature? I feel like it's really warm today. No, it's not. Well, my phone isn't very accurate because I haven't set it up properly for, like, locations, but it just says it's 17 degrees, and that's not... I wouldn't consider that warm. But it could be wrong. I'll check the proper, like, thermometer after I'm done streaming. But then, like, I can't tell you guys about it. I can't be like, damn, it's really warm today. It's this warm. And you guys can be like, whoa, really? I wonder if this spell is different. I'll give this spell a whirl just to see if it's, like, any difference. That's for carrying phalanx. I just love this spell because it's cool. I would love for them to split Glintstone Sorcerer and carrying, like, Sword Sorcerer into two different ones. Oh, I'm heavy rolling because of the dagger. Yeah, like 400? That's not very good. I wouldn't qualify that as a very... I'm gonna die because I'm heavy rolling. Ah, okay, never mind. Maybe it's not that different. I didn't think he was that resistant to magic. I gotta unequip this dagger. Also, I have, like, none of my buffs. It's a bit of a problem. One buff, 2 buff, 3 buff, 4 buff, 5 buff, 6 buff. Okay, maybe it's not that bad though. If the comet hits for 400 to 600 and the glint phalanx hits for 500. Depends a bit on their animations when I hit them. That should mean in theory that it's relatively decent. It's really hard to test this spell though, because they go flying at some random enemy and then they don't have a full enemy to test it on. Yeah, this is 500 something. Where's the comet is? Yeah, okay, they're pretty similar in damage though. Alright, I'll take it back, it's not that bad. I still would love a endgame spell that essentially puts a buff on you that keeps summoning phalanxes over and over again automatically. Rune Arc. Oh yeah, I was going to test the bow as well. There's someone I can test the bow on. This poor guy. You're going to be the victim. It still feels like the initial use of the spell is much faster now. Like, I don't think you can shoot this fast in the base game. Charging it fully is about the same speed, I think. Could easily be wrong about that. It's hard to gauge, but just tapping it, this feels a lot faster. And this is without anything that buffs spellcasting speed. What was that noise? Can I make some bad guy up here? Alright, we're gonna call it here for now, and I think we're gonna consider ourselves, for the most part, done with the Glint Sorcerer, because we have all the spells. I don't see why we should, like, go fight every single boss. already done that in this game. I don't feel like that's going to be like the main interesting point of this mod. It's more so like finding all the different things that are new, specifically the spells, and trying them out a bit. I think next time we play this mod, I'll make a new character. I want to change the thumbnails to make it a bit clear that we're like playing different characters. So I might like dumb down the thumbnail a bit and just like put the character creation screen on it, I think. So they have like quite nice images of the characters in the character creation. So I think if I make like half of the thumbnail that, and then I fill in the other half with something fitting, like I can use these images. They're pretty nice images. So I could probably like put these in the thumbnail with the name of the class and then make some nice stuff. And then we'll just go through some of them. I specifically want to focus on the caster ones because I think the unique spells they made is what makes them really fun and interesting. So I'm wondering if I should just go down the list, or if, because last time we talked both about the Necromancer and we talked about the Godskin Celebrant a bit. And also today we talked a little bit about the Girly Pop, and maybe we can get our hands on that if you play Servant of Rot. I'm not sure, because it really depends on how much they've updated this for the DLC, because the Girly Pop spell is a DLC spell, so I'll have to look into that. But yeah, maybe one of those three, or maybe we'll just go down the list, because I'm to some extent interested in trying all of these at some point. And if we just like do them, like if we can go through one of these classes in like 1 or 2 streams, it shouldn't take too long to get through a decent amount of them. It's probably like 10 of them, maybe a bit more. I think we can do one of them in one day if I just go a bit faster than I did last time. Depends on how challenging it is to get the spells for the character. But we're gonna call it here for now. Thank you so much for watching. Hope to see you again next time. And even if I don't, have a great day. And I'm gonna peace out. All right, bye.